I'm sure I'm not the only one when I say I've experienced countless times of stress and just countless overwhelming experiences due to grades and GPA. Being in school for the past 10 or so years, it's incredibly hard for me and many other people to escape the feeling of stress or just overwhelming work, because as classes get more and more challenging and the work seeming to increase tenfold each year, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed or just to feel stressed about all of the stuff that you may or may not understand. All our life, though, we are told we have to maintain a 4.0 GPA to get into a good college. But many times, a 4.0 GPA just isn't attainable, let alone being able to maintain that if you can't even get it. It's incredibly hard. Even some people just have a struggle just getting to a 4.0 GPA. How will they keep that 4.0 GPA? And even though we try our best sometimes, we don't make that 4.0 GPA, but we still feel incredibly proud that we tried our best and we did come out with a pretty good understanding and a pretty good end result of all the struggles that we've gone through. But we still can't help but feel that nagging feeling that we should have tried harder to get a 4.0, because what if our favorite colleges don't accept us? Or what if no college accepts us, even though we have like a 3.5, 3.7 GPA? Those are still good GPAs, but we are constantly told we need a 4.0. But really, a 4.0 is incredibly hard, especially if you decide to challenge yourself. And many times, challenging yourselves is a better pathway to choose, because you learn to overcome struggles and you just have a better fight with learning things, and you end up feeling much more proud that you actually were able to get through a struggle than if you were to just go through an easy class and you're like, oh yes, I knew everything about that, didn't have to struggle. Like, what's the fun in that sometimes? But even though we try our best, we may come out with a B plus or a C, because the classwork is just incredibly hard to understand and incredibly hard to apply. But why should we stress about those grades even though we tried our hardest? I don't know why people stress about those grades, because when you try your hardest, you know that that's the best to your ability that you can do at that point in time. I mean, heck, many people spend years trying to understand things, and you only got 3 or so months, and you came out with a pretty decent understanding for only 3 months of doing that and learning that stuff. So, just remember, don't stress, do your best, and don't worry too much about that GPA.